Okay, this is my first hack video of tools. This is a Harbor Freight circle cutter. I needed to cut some large holes for speaker baffles, 8, 6, 8, and 10-inch speakers. So I bought this as kind of an experiment to see if it would do what I needed to do. As you can see, it's a two cutters mounted on adjustable wings. It also comes with a non-drill type center point. I don't know where that is. You adjust them independently to I don't know if you can see them or not, but there are actually indexing marks on the shaft there. Read several reviews of it. I tested it to cut a little, like a 4-inch hole, and it did a terrible job until I figured out you need to turn one of these blades around so that it forms a kerf, so that one's cutting inside and one's cutting outside. That gives the waste a place to go. And then it did a fair job. A lot of burning, a lot of smoke, but it did a fair job as long as you were slow and careful with it. But that wasn't what I was interested in it for. Like I said, I wanted to cut some large circles. So I took the thing apart to see if it would do what I wanted to do, and got rid of that, rid of that, with a drill bit, and hoped that there was a set screw in here. Sure enough, there is one, and you tap it out of it. It's a nice firm fit. The rustier it gets, didn't need that anyway. The rustier it gets, the firmer the fit. But as you can see, you can move it out, cut maybe a 10-inch, a little better circle. Quite possibly close to 12-inch. Now your drill press might not have enough throw to do that. My drill press my big drill press has a 6.5-inch throw, which means the biggest speaker baffle board I can get in there is like just a little bit better than 12 inches. So a 10-inch hole is probably going to be as big as I can cut with this thing. So I adjusted it out and then tightened the set screw nice and tight. And put the cutter on it. And put the bit back in it. Now the bit has a detent for the set screw, so it's held securely in place. And see, I put the flat edge to the outside because my finished edge was in the baffle. I set my distance, measuring carefully, and then tightened up all the set screws. And made my cut. Well, it was a little bit disappointing, to say the least. This 1/2-inch Baltic birch. Here's the actual cut piece that came out of it. As you can see, there's quite a bit of burning going on, and the flat rubbing against the outside, it was even worse. It was black all the way around the circumference of the hole, and it just didn't do a very good job. Lots of chattering, burning, smoking. It eventually, I flipped it over and went through the other side. As you can see, it's beveled the other way, just to get the pain and suffering over with. One thing this will do, when you chuck it up in your drill press and start drilling into a flat piece of wood, it will let you know if the bed of your drill press is in alignment with your chuck. It will tell you in a heartbeat if there's low on one side or low front or low the back, because when it goes flying around, it will make contact in one spot before it does another, and it's a good time to square everything up pardon me, and get everything in alignment. Well, I was not very happy with this, but it was better than a jigsaw, I guess. The outside cut, excuse me, the inside cut on the baffle was actually, except for the burnt, was true and circular, and it was not irregular. It required very little sanding to make it presentable, and I was painting it flat black anyway, so the charring really didn't matter. But still, I thought there might be a better way. So what I did was, I removed this cutter. By the way, says on the Harbor Freight website that these are carbide. They are not carbide. I took a file to one of them, and well, I knew they wasn't carbide before I took the file to them. They are just tool steel. They probably can be sharpened up and do a little better job, but the edge is not going to last long. It's just Chinese, and they say they're carbide. They're not carbide. You can be the first one to bring up a lawsuit against the People's Republic of China for false advertising if you would like to. So what I did was I took this tooth and I laid it on an old 10-inch saw blade for my a cheap one, unsharpenable, for my table saw, and traced around it. And I took my 4-inch grinder with a zip blade, cut it out, and I dressed it down on a grinder wheel until it was a nice friction fit, no play into this recess here. Drilled a hole in it to match that, and I took a diamond hone and touched up the carbide there, sharpened it up real good, and then did a test cut next time I needed a speaker baffle, and I was amazed how well it worked. It was just a whole different tool. It was the same type of material, 1/2-inch Baltic birch. Have I got that right? Yeah, that's right. It's cut smoothly, cleanly, no charring, no burning. Here's the actual cutout of it. As you can see, there's a little bit of fiber sticking out, but you can expect something like that. But the exterior of it, the baffle, required very little sanding and dressing up, and all in all, it was a nice, much improved cut. You can see the difference here. This one took minutes after minutes after minutes of smoke and flame and aggravation and chattering, and this one here, just like in less than a minute, was clean cut through with no problems whatsoever. So there you have it. If you want to make a large circle cutter, or if you just want to improve on your small circle cutter, take an old saw blade with carbide tooth, cut it out to fit, and there you have it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody out. Thank you.